Hello, this week we're going to do a quick intro into interfaces in the Unreal Engine. Here we have a few things that we're going to be using interfaces to interact with. First, we're going to right click and under our blueprint menu, we're going to create an interface and I'm going to call mine BPI Interactable. Now I'm going to create three functions and call it interact, sub-interact and is interactable. The isInteractable function is going to have an output of the type Boolean, and we're going to call this interactable question mark. And the interactable event will also have an input called player, and it will be of the type third person character. Now, in our door blueprint, we're going to open up our class settings, and under interfaces, we're going to add the interface we just created. After we compile, we can open up the isInteractable. You can see this is just like any other function. We can change the output type, promote it to a variable, and do anything else that you would normally do within a function. Next, I'm going to call the interface interactable function, then plug it into a flip-flop I've set up just to open and close this door. Now, in our third person character, I have a line trace that I've set up to trigger on a key press. Then we can break our onHit result, and off our onHit actor, we can call the interact message and pass through a reference to our player. Now that is done, we can play our game, and we can see that when we trigger the interact, the door will open and close, and if we miss it, nothing happens. Next up, the trigger blueprint. We'll start by adding the interface to it as well, and then we can call the interact event. Then I'll bring in the trigger actor, and off the actor, I'm going to call the sub-interact message. Over in the wall light blueprint, we can again add the interface, and this time call the sub-interact event. This event is just a flip-flop, turning the light on and off. Now we can trigger the triggers interact event, and it will turn the light, and we can see the light turning on and off. Of course, as this trigger is just an active variable, and it is exposed and editable, we can change the reference to any other actor in the level, and as long as it has the interface and the sub-interact event set up, we can do the same thing and it will trigger. Lastly, we can add the interface to our text blueprint and call the interact event. As we have an input of the type third person character, we can also call events that are in the player, like changing something in our HUD or adding text. Although I'm triggering these interfaces with a line trace, you can trigger them with an overlap event or with a button press in the HUD. But with that, this quick little intro into interfaces is done. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.